Sound working? Okay, yes it is. Try this silly goal thing this time. I've never done it. I don't even know what the gifts are. It's an option. Alright, so this is what I'm working on. Here's my blade. I've been working on shining this thing up. Here's the spring. Got my liners. Finally getting this mill relief down on these liners where it comes out looking nice. Um, I got my new jig that holds these down real good, and it holds down right. Hold down goes here, and then a hold down goes right through that pivot hole. The problem I was having is it was holding it down good on this side, but not real good here, and that it ended up cutting a lot out over here, and then on this side here, it cut out almost none. Um, Now the cut's real even. Took 15 thousandths off. It's only 40 thousandths thick, and it's 25 thousandths right there. Came out perfect. So it's pretty. It's exciting to me. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but to me it's a big deal. Finally got one cut where it's even the whole way. So, but Tito's, thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. I got my bolsters. This is what I had to stop. I was working on getting bolsters put on these liners. Trying something different this time. I'm going to drill a little hole right there and put a pin in it. And then when my bolster's on here, there'll be a little pin. That's backwards actually. So when my bolster's on here, there'll be a pin right there. And then my handle material, I'll also drill a hole in that way. And then kind of hold that together, because when it's not a major problem I've been having, but when they come loose, they always come loose right here at this joint. So I'm thinking if I put a little pin to kind of hook those two pieces together, it'll Hopefully help that not happen. I was doing it and I broke my drill bit, so I couldn't find one, so I had to order another one. It just showed up today. Well, a 16th inch drill bit. They are easy to break. Hopefully I don't break that one. I wanted to order a whole pile of them, but I didn't do that today. So this is 1200. This is what my final finish is going to be on this. Got the this part here, the bevel, I got sanded up to 800 on both sides. I want a 1200 the flat part here, and then I'll go back to my little trusty sanding stick with the 1200 on these bevels. And then I need to put my maker's mark on here. I don't know if I'll do that on here today because I gotta print one out. My computer's inside. I gotta print out the stencil. So I don't know if I'll do that today on the live stream. This is 1084. Every now and then someone asks what steel I'm using. This one, the spring and the blade are 1084. Brass liners, nickel silver bolsters and pins, and I'll be doing some kind of micarta handles. I think OD green is what I'm going to do. Put it on all messages. I don't think I missed any, but just in case. So I want my scratch pattern running this way, but I'm going to go this way first, and then that'll, if there's any deep scratches in there, they'll show up real good. Happy Man Forever. How you doing? Cool name. Just sanding this knife blade here for a slip joint pocket knife I'm making. I guess we're pretty much up to polishing. 1200 grit. So you guys probably can't see this, but there's still some scratches running in this direction that are hopefully 800. So I'm sanding it in this direction really makes them stand out to me. I want to keep doing that till the ones going this way are gone. Then I'm going to change direction. Because my final scratch pattern, I want to run the length of the blade. But yeah, I can see quite a few in here. If they're coarser than 800, I might have to go backwards to 800. And this 12 will just won't take them out. I'll be here forever. They're still in there pretty good. I mean, use it or lose it. It's good to see you 101. If you're having a good day. I am. Out here tinkering. I was watching some YouTube out here. Yeah, that's a cool name, right? 101. Yeah, that's what they say. Okay, that actually took them right out. Getting a new sheet of 1200. So now we'll go the other way. This is the way I want the scratches running. Yeah, see a shrimping boat, Captain? So on the topic of Forrest Gump, I think Jenny might be the most evil character in any movie. Fucking Jenny. I hate her. She done did Forrest so wrong over and over and over again. That's looking pretty good. So I'll take this back down with my little sanding stick here and do the bevels. Gotta grab a piece of 1200. A couple pieces. I guess people didn't like my opinion on Jenny. I stand by it. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. My trusty sanding stick. I'm using the flat side, not the side with a little piece of leather on it. I mean, there's so many things that, yeah. I'm trying to cuss less, but yeah, F Jenny. I just remembered I was supposed to go to the post office today, and I forgot, and I did not make it. That's a bummer. Folgers. I better hide this shit. Someone's gonna try to get me to drink it, and I am not drinking it. Okay. Now I switch to the leather side. Gotta be real gentle, trying to get this a real nice scratch pattern. Just setting this thing down on there, you'll get a little spot right here where you kind of wiggle when you set it down. So to get a nice straight. Now I'm made myself even more nervous talking about it. Lots of fresh paper. Well, we had a birthday party yesterday. I need to rip up a bunch of sheets of paper. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. If you click on my little picture on the top left, My Etsy link will be right there. See the knives I got for sale on there. Everything on there right now is a fixed blade. That last folder I did had a issue with the blade centering, so I didn't put it on my Etsy. I'm sending that one to somebody. And, hopefully this one doesn't have that issue, and then I kind of planning on my next one do like a clip point type folder, a bigger one next. I haven't started on it, but I got an idea in my head. It's about as far as I've gotten on it. Probably start on a pattern one of these nights. A lot of times I can do that in the house. What's up, Crab? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. going to do my finish sanding on this slip joint blade here. It's really not the finish because when I etch my mark in it, I'll have to do it one more time, at least on the other side. Sometimes it bleeds through a little bit. Waking up from a nap, right? I like a good nap. I, I, yeah, I woke up for the day not too long ago. I don't know exactly what time it is. I've been up for a few hours. See, I can see it weird when I'm setting it down. I'm messing it up. I got a little right there. It's a technical term. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Kind of on this backwards schedule. We had a birthday party yesterday. Yeah, hand sanding. I was working on the liners. I showed this a little bit ago. Well, I was getting ready to solder these bolsters on is what I wanted to be working on this knife. But I was drilling this little hole in here. Guess I'm back. I'm sure everyone's gone. Bullshit, man. I need to get something done about my internet in this shop here. These things I'm using, they worked good for a while, but they seem to be getting worse and worse. It's annoying. Every time it goes out, everyone leaves. And who could blame them? Nobody wants to watch a spinning circle. Only thing boring, more boring than watching hand sanding is a spinning circle. I'm gonna stop there. I will do a couple more passes on it when I clean up my logo on this side. Now we gotta do this bevel. I did already do the nail nick. I do it first because it's it's hard to just keep the sandpaper in there, so I always get on the outside a little bit, and it doesn't look as good on camera as it does in person. And then I'll have to do the spring still. I like to do the blade first because I want to. It's going to be the smallest. The spring is going to be a thousandth wider than the blade. So do the blade first, and then I'll measure it and do the spring. And I got my bushing. It also needs to be 1,000th bigger than the blade. I'll measure all that before I put it together. I'll try to explain what I was talking about earlier. So I was trying to drill this hole in here because it's my bolster. And not a lot, but when I do have problems with handles, it comes loose at this joint right here. Um, so I'm drilling a little tiny hole in there, and I'm going to put a pin in it, just a little short pin. And I'll also drill into the handle material, and then have like a little pin that goes this way in there. Hopefully hold that from coming loose there. It's just something new I'm trying on this one. And when I was drilling it the other day, I broke my bit, so I had to get a new one, and it just showed up today. But by that time, I had already started this hand sanding on the blade, so that's what I'm gonna finish because I already kind of been working on it. It's my fancy way of holding it down. It's the best way I've come up with so far that lets me sand the whole blade. It holds it pretty good. When I first start sanding just the bevels, I put a piece of tape around the tang too, just to hold it a little better. But now that I'm up to 1200, I'm not really pushing real hard or anything. Um, I don't know, Brian. Shouldn't be much more than a couple more days. I just about got. I mean, once this is done, I'll logo it and shine it up again. It'll be done. The spring's almost done. All this stuff is working. I don't have to thin nothing out. Solder my liners on. And then there'll also be a pin that goes right here. And then put my handle material on and shape it all and polish it all and then paint it together and polish it a little more and it'll be done. It doesn't sound like a lot. It's a couple days it'll take me, depending on how much time I get to work on it. If I sat out here for 8 hours, I'd probably be done. That's not going to happen. Been too busy lately around here. A lot of stuff going on. I don't get to come out here for hours and hours. I get out here for 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time, usually. A little more today. That actually worked good for sanding the blade because I came out here, I'd sand it with 180 for 15 minutes. And I'd come back out here and sand it with 3 minutes. When you sit there and do it for an hour, you really want to skip ahead to the next grit too fast a lot of times. But by breaking it up that way, it was easy to get all the scratches out good. It's also assuming I don't break any more drill bits or anything like that. I'm even live still. I'm even live still. put the camera that close, it looks like it's a bigger. This is really a pretty small pocket knife here. That's a piece of duct tape glue right there. Alright, so yeah, this one's ready. Ready for my logo. It's gonna go right there. And then it'll get one last little touch up before it'll be ready to go together. I guess the spring is next. Get y'all set up. The spring's a little easier to stand because it's flat, but you do got to be careful that you don't take too much off the edges and stuff like that. Alright, so the thing on my blade is .114. My spring is at in the back, .117, 6, 6, and 6. So it needs to be at .115, just a thousandth bigger than the thing. So we'll take a little bit off of it. I just can't find where to put stuff out of the way right now. The chair's rolling away. Might be easier like that. This is 3M. It's 800 grit wet dry paper here. And I'm using glass cleaner as lubricant. I don't think it's actual Windex in here anymore. I think it's like a generic brand. There's a big bottle that I refilled the bottle with, but the only part of this you're ever going to see is right up here. All this part flexes from here to here. So a little bit of that you'll see. All this will be in between the two liners forever. We'll see some of that in there if you look down to the knife, but polish that up differently than what I'm doing here. And then the outside here, of course, you'll see. I'll finish that when I finish the outside of the knife. Now this is 1200. Hey, Cheryl, what's up? Good to see you, Cheryl. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you. I still don't understand the gifts, but I appreciate it. Okay. So here's what we got. Everything is proper thickness now, at least the blade and the spring and the bushing. Probably do my logo tonight inside. I guess it's time to work on these liners again. So I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna end my stream, but finish drilling this hole. Hopefully, where's my new drill bit? I broke my other one. I got this one, and then I'll solder this one onto there, and then I'll do the same to this other side. And then I'll start working on my handles. We'll start having the making of a knife here. So, anyway, I got these all polished up. 1200. It's not like a mirror polish. It's a real nice hand sand. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Cheryl, Brian 101, everybody that was here. And happy 2026.